Hello everybody, welcome to the 3D market commentary today. Today is Good Friday, April 15th. So of course a lot of markets might be closed or a little bit slower today where people around the world might not be trading, but markets are still open, so we'll still do our 3D market commentary. The disclaimers are on the top left hand side, so please read them even if you need to pause the video to do so. So the 3D market commentary is a video that we do every day, Monday to Friday, to accompany an email that we send to our free members every day, Monday to Friday. Now, it's called a 3D market commentary because we're looking at major markets in the world, and for each of them, we are looking at three separate statistical elements to see what's more likely to happen in these markets. Now, before I go and show you the 3D market commentary for today, just to show you where you can go for help and support. So you've got my email address there, which is becky@predictive.com. You'll also have support@tradewithufos.com, so another email address there. And you'll also have tradewithufos.com/Becky. So that will take you here. And from here, you can get different apps and platforms at the top. You can book one-on-one coaching if you'd like to. But if you scroll down, you'll see loads of questions and answers. So you might find that the answer to your question is already there, or perhaps it's not there and you can log in for free and ask your own question. So different places that you can go in order to find help and support and resources. Okay, so let us now have a look at our 3D market commentary. So this is the email that we send. Here's the markets that it correlates to. So we'll have a look at this at the moment. So we have a 3D approach, 3D market commentary, looking at three different elements. The first one is market climate. What market climate means is essentially what's the likely upcoming market direction. Is the market likely to go up? Is it likely to go down? Or is it not really likely to go in either direction? We use an app to help us. It's called AutoClimate. It's a free app on most platforms that you can get it on. And what AutoClimate does is it shows us where the probabilities lie with these different coloured dots. Ignore the lines, focus on the dots. If we have a thick red dot, that tells us probability is down. If we have a thick blue dot, that tells us probability is up. If we have a thin dot of either colour, that tells us probability is in neither direction. So we'll look at that per market. Then we look at buy and sell UFOs. UFOs in this context means unfilled orders. So what that means is where we find buyers and sellers in a market that could push price up or down. So we have these little green UFOs with prices on the right hand side. Those show us where buyers are using our app Auto UFOs. We have these little red UFOs with the prices on the right hand side. Those show us where sellers are. We'll look at that per market. And then we'll look at market volatility, which is essentially how quickly we expect these markets to move. So we'll look at that per market, starting with the S&P 500, which is the top 500 US stocks. I'm just going to squidge that down there for a little bit. We're looking at a daily chart on each of our markets, so daily time frame. Different things happen on different time frames, but everything we're looking at today is relevant to a daily time frame, starting with the S&P. So for the S&P 500, top 500 US stocks, we have a thick red dot, probability down. We are overextended to the downside based on what usually happens, but we do still have probability down. We also have sellers ahead of us that have pushed price down a couple of times already. They are between 45.19.75 to 44.44.5. Price came into them and was pushed down, came back into them and was pushed down. That's what we expect sellers to do, is push price down. That's why we want to know where they are. So they are helping to add to the probability to the downside at the moment. We've also got a long way to go before we hit buyers. They are between 39.83.75 to 39.33.75. So that is the S&P 500 in terms of our probability there. Overall probability down. In terms of volatility, we'd expect movement up or down in 1 year of 22.7%. In a day, that's 62.74 points. In a week, it's 138.12 points. In a month, 287.51 points, either up or down. Okay, so the next market is crude oil. Let's take a look at that. Now, before we do that, just to point out the different courses that we offer in futures, stocks, forex, backtesting, trading plans, and psychology. Now, most of our courses come with a 3-month complimentary access to the apps. AutoClimate, which is this one here, that's a free app on most platforms that you can get it on anyway. UFOs, which is this one, showing us the sellers and buyers, that is a paid for monthly subscription. Depends on which platform you use as to how much it costs. Now, you can subscribe directly to the UFOs. You don't have to do a course in order to use them. You can subscribe directly to them. However, most of the time, subscribing for a course and getting 3 months free access to the apps is actually cheaper than just using the apps for 3 months. So check that out, see what works best for you. So coming back to crude oil, we have a thick blue dot, probability up. However, we do have sellers very close by that could change things. They are between 115.54 to 108.68. So if price were to reach these sellers, we would expect them to push price back down again. That's what sellers do. So we have probability up coming from the climate, but very soon in the next 2 points, we'll have probability down coming from the sellers. So we're going to have a fight going on. Who's going to win? Who knows? I prefer to keep out of it, let the markets clear, more probability to one side or the other, and then I know what to do. Otherwise, it's just a gamble to guess. In terms of volatility on oil, we would expect movement in a year of 53.38%. In a day, that's 3.6 points. In a week, 7.92 points. And in a month, 16.48 points, either up or down. Okay, the next market is gold. Before we load gold, just to highlight down here about our coaching and support. We offer loads of coaching and support on different platforms, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. We do a lot of videos for free. You could also email us and ask us any questions for free, and we're here to help. We do also have a closed coaching community, which is a small monthly fee to get access to more resources and live trading videos. But like I said, we do a lot for free as well. So check out what's going to be best for you. So gold, thick blue dot, probability upwards. Also buyers beneath us, pushing price up. They are between 1974.6 to 1942.9. Overall probability to the upside, we don't even have any sellers on the chart that we can see, so probability up for now on gold. In terms of volatility, we'd expect movement up or down in 1 year of 17.71%. In a day, that's 22.03 points. In a week, 48.5 points. And in a month, 100.97 points. Okay, so that's gold. Now the next market is the US dollar, so let's load this. Okay, right, brilliant. So with the US dollar, yesterday we had, just to draw it out, yesterday when we did the market commentary, we had sellers sort of here that started to push price down a little bit. And we were saying yesterday that we had probability up from the climate, but we had sellers pushing down. Clearly, the climate won this one, cleared those sellers. We now have more room to take it to the upside. So we've got a thick blue dot, probability upwards. We've got buyers here between 97.85 to 97.295. They've worked once, twice, 3 times to push price up. That's why we want to know where they are, because they push price up. So we want to know where price is going to be going up from. And we don't have sellers now until 103.96 to 101.555. So overall, probability up. We are overextended to the upside. We're going up for longer than we usually would. However, we still have probability up for now. In terms of volatility, we'd expect movement up or down in 1 year of 8.98%. In a day, that's 0.57 points. In a week, 1.25 points, and in a month, 2.6 points. So that's the US dollar. Last but not least is backed Bitcoin. So let's show that here. Now, just to highlight here about our proprietary platform, it's called TOP, or Tradictive Options Planner. So it has options in the name. So if you are an options trader, it's especially helpful because of the exclusive apps on that platform that help specifically with options. However, even if you trade futures, stocks, or Forex or other markets, it's actually really helpful to use for analysis purposes. Our platform TOP, I personally use it for analysis on those markets because it's got all of our apps integrated and it's easy to use. So check it out, see what works best for you. So backed Bitcoin, thick red dot, probability down. However, we have buyers here that are pushing up right now. So they are between 40,415 to 39,367.5. So basically, we have from the climate pressure to the downside, but from the buyers pressure to the upside. So again, who will win? Who knows? We need to let this play out, see which side wins, and then we'll have a clearer idea of what we should be doing. The closest sellers are up here between 43,980 to 42,597.5. In terms of volatility, we'd expect movement up or down in a year of 62.65%. In a day, that's 1,574.69 points. In a week, 3,466.51 points. And in a month, 7,216.11 points. So that is backed Bitcoin. Okay, so that's all of our markets. For each of them, we've looked at climate, we've looked at auto UFOs, and we've looked at volatility. Now, the last thing to look at is our weekly economic calendar. The only thing we really need to be aware of is that we get it from FX Street, filtered by high impact news. And today, nothing really going on apart from the fact that it's Good Friday across the world. I don't know why it only says the US and Canada, because of course it's Good Friday in a lot of other countries. In the UK, for example, it's a bank holiday today, so I doubt the markets are open in the UK today. So that, of course, will affect UK markets. I'm sure also true across different parts of Europe. So be aware that a lot of markets might be closed or slower today than they would be usually. So there might not be much going on. You might want to have the day off anyway. Or perhaps if you're an options trader, today might be a good day to take advantage of lower volatility, depending on your strategy. So if you have any questions, you can email me, Becky@tradictive.com, or you can go to tradewithufos.com/Becky to get different apps and platforms, book one-on-one coaching, or log in for free and ask a question, or maybe find the answer to your question in here anyway. I will love you and leave you. It's a Friday, so I've just seen a couple of I've just seen there that there wasn't any data showing, and then you said it's okay. So I'm assuming there from the chat box that you did see the data in the end. If you have any other questions, of course, reach out. Otherwise, I will leave you guys to have a great Good Friday, a great Friday, great end to the trading week, great weekend ahead, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.